Hello and welcome to the Storyteller channel. Today we will be reading a book called This Old Van by Kim Norman, illustrated by Carolyn Conahan. This old van. This old van, she passed one, shining in the rising sun, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, ready for some fun. This old van says goodbye one. This old van, she passed two, friendly flaggers wave her through, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, tooting at the crew. This old van says goodbye too. That goodbye too. Two of the construction cars. This old van, she passed three, ploughing round a tulip tree, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, baggage flying free. This old van says goodbye three. This old van, she passed four, roaring toward the grocery store, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, pedal to the floor. This old van says goodbye four. This old van, she passed five, zigging up a zaggy drive, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, when will she arrive? This old van says goodbye five. This old van, she passed six, hauling 500,000 bricks, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, spitting oily slicks. This old van says goodbye six. Goodbye six. This old van, she passed seven, honking horns at hot fudge heaven, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, flat on route 11. This old van says goodbye seven. This old van, she passed eight, riding high as shiny fright, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, now she's running late. This old van says goodbye eight. This old van, she passed nine, just before the country line, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, glad to see the sign. This old van says goodbye nine. This old van, she passed ten, dodging dirt clods now and then, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, wipers on again. This old van says goodbye 10. This old van, caked in grime, picks up speed for one last climb, with a click-clack, rattle-rack, bloody in her prime. This old van is just in time. Thank you so much for watching. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to the Storyteller channel. In today's story time, I will be reading you a story by Aaron Lovely called I Need a Hug. I Need a Hug by Aaron Blabby. I need a hug. Will you cuddle me, Lou? What? With those spikes? Get away from me! Shoo! I need a hug. Will you cuddle me, Ken? Help! It's that prickly thing! At it again! I need a hug. Will you cuddle me, Mo? Cuddle you? No, I won't. No, 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 no. No one will hug me. That's not very kind. But, hey, wait a minute. You've all changed your mind. Geez, all I did was ask for a kiss. Well, isn't this lovely? Yes. How about this? I hope you've enjoyed the story. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome back to the Storyteller channel. Today's story time would be a story about Keep Running Gingerbread Man. It's a story about keeping active. Keep Running Gingerbread Man. Written by Steve Smallman, illustrated by Neil Price. Once upon a time, there was a little old man and a little old woman. They liked watching TV, drinking tea, and eating gingerbread biscuits. One day, they baked a gingerbread man, just for a change. They gave it 2 raisins for eyes and sweets for buttons, and they popped it in the oven to cook. But a few minutes later, they heard, "Let me out, let me out." The woman opened the oven and out jumped the gingerbread man. Before she knew it, he was running out the door. "Stop! We want to eat you!" she shouted. The little old man and the little old woman chased after the gingerbread man, but they couldn't keep up. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man," sang the smug little biscuit. A cow was lying in the meadow, chewing some grass, when the gingerbread man ran past. "Stop! I want to eat you," shouted the cow. She chased after the gingerbread man, but she couldn't keep up. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man," sang the irritating little snack. A horse was lazing against a fence, having a drink, when the gingerbread man ran past. "Stop! I want to eat you," shouted the horse. He chased after the gingerbread man, but he couldn't keep up. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man," sang the annoying little tree-time snack. A fox was doing star jumps in the meadow when along came the gingerbread man. The fox chased after the gingerbread man and in no time caught up with him. "What are you running away from?" asked the fox. "I'm running away from the little old man, the little old woman, the cow, and the horse," said the gingerbread man. "They all want to eat me." "No, really?" said the fox. be very fast to keep up with me," said the gingerbread man. "Well, I do try to keep fit," the fox replied. "I walk everywhere, I play sports, and I keep active. I eat well too." "That's great," puffed the gingerbread man as they raced towards a fast-flowing river. Can you swim too?" "Of course I can swim," said the fox. "Then could you carry me across the river?" asked the gingerbread man. "I'll fall to pieces if I get soggy." "No problem," said the fox. "Climb onto my tail." But as the fox swam across the river, his tail started to get closer to the water. "Quick," said the fox. "Jump onto my back. It will be safer there." But the fox's back seemed to be getting closer to the water. "Quick," said the fox. "Jump onto my nose. It will be much safer there." So the gingerbread man jumped onto the fox's nose. He bounced, then somersaulted and soared through the air, landing on the riverbank. Then off he ran into the sunset. "He's a tricky little biscuit, isn't he?" wheezed the little old woman. "We'll never catch him now," moaned the little old man. "Yes, you will," said the fox. "You just need to get yourselves fit like me." "Could you help us?" asked the cow and the horse. "Of course," said the fox, and he did. Uh-oh. I hope you've enjoyed the story. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome to the Storyteller channel. In today's story time, I have a special book to read you. It's a book that teaches us about persistence, that is to keep trying, and it is also one of the good habits to have. Keep Trying, written by Jenny Feely, illustrated by Karen Carter. It was hard to learn to tie my shoes, but I didn't give up, and now I can do it too. I can help others too. I was very wobbly when I started to ride my bike, but I kept on trying, and now I don't wobble at all. See the little bear? He's riding the bicycle and he keeps on trying even though he has the other two learner wheels off. When I went swimming, I was scared to put my face in the water, but I had a go and now I'm not scared anymore. So he is keeping on trying. I had to go up a very big hill. I got very tired, so I had a little rest. Then I kept on going. Can you see the two bears? They're climbing up the mountain and they are keep on trying. They are going little by little, taking rests and keep on going. When I keep on trying, I can learn to do anything. What can we see over here? Can we see a picture of the bear? His name is Ben. He is learning to write his name on the blackboard. Thank you so much for tuning in. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to the Storyteller channel. Today I will be reading you a book called I Love You, Mummy. I love you, Mummy. I love you, Mummy, because you cover me with kisses like warm sunbeams when I wake. When we play hide and seek and I peek, you say, "Boo! Found you!" and you tickle me until I giggle. Mummy, I love you because when I tumble into muddy puddles, you wash me and then make me warm and dry. When I am scared, you are there to hold out your arms and keep me from harm and catch me when I fall. I love you, Mummy, because you smell like summer flowers and are soft and snuggly like a bed made of feathers. When snowy weather comes, you keep me cozy and warm, and we count snowflakes falling from the sky. Mummy, I love you because you play with me all day and give me hugs and treats and nice things to eat. When the sun is low, I sit on your lap and you rock and pat my back and hum like happy honeybees. I love you, Mummy, because you show me the stars and the bright round moon and whisper to me gently, "Hush now, shush now, settle down." When it's time to say goodnight and turn out the light, you make the darkness glow with fireflies. I love you, Mummy, because you hold me close as I drift off to sleep and dream of how much you love me. I love you, Mummy, because you my Mummy. Thank you so much for listening. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to the Storyteller channel. Today I will be reading you a book called I Love You, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy, because you hold me up as high as the sky and I float like a cloud. When we walk in the woods, you show me the way to secret places and I follow your footprints on the path. Daddy, I love you because you play roly-poly with me and we tumble down the hills into piles of leaves. You kiss me tenderly and wipe my tears away and say, "There, there, my little bear, don't cry." I love you, Daddy, because you say, "Shh," to me by the river's edge and wait for fish to swish so you can tickle their tummies. You go to the honey tree and get sweet honey for me, and I lick my sticky fingers and giggle. Daddy, I love you because you pick me up when the wild water rushes and carry me to the safe riverbank. You let me get muddy when we dig underground and then do it again because Mommy's not around. I love you, Daddy, because when the summer rain falls, you splash in puddles and wipe drippy raindrops from my wet, shiny nose. When the day is nearly done and I'm too tired to walk, you scoop me up and carry me home. Daddy, I love you because you're as strong as a mountain and gentle like feathers, and I'm safe in your arms as I drift off to sleep. I love you, Daddy, because you're my daddy. I hope you've enjoyed this story. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome back to the Storyteller channel. In today's story time, we'll be singing a song called If You're Happy and You Know It. This one is an Aussie edition and it's by P. Crumble and Chris Kennett. Let's get started. If you're happy and you know it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you really should just show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're a possum and you know it, climb a tree. If you're a possum and you know it, climb a tree. If you're a possum and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a possum and you know it, climb a tree. If you're a wombat and you know it, dig a hole. If you're a wombat and you know it, dig a hole. If you're a wombat and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a wombat and you know it, dig a hole. If you're a bandicoot and you know it, twitch your nose. Twitch, twitch. If you're a bandicoot and you know it, twitch your nose. Twitch, twitch. If you're a bandicoot and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a bandicoot and you know it, twitch your nose. If you're a wallaby and you know it, bounce around. If you're a wallaby and you know it, bounce around. If you're a wallaby and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a wallaby and you know it, bounce around. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you're a galah and you know it, flap your wings. If you're a galah and you know it, flap your wings. If you're a galah and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a galah and you know it, flap your wings. Flap, flap. If you're a goanna and you know it, stick out your tongue. If you're a goanna and you know it, stick out your tongue. If you're a goanna and you know it, and you surely should just show it. If you're a goanna and you know it, stick out your tongue. If you're a kookaburra and you know it, laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha. If you're a kookaburra and you know it, laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha. If you're a kookaburra and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a kookaburra and you know it, laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha. If you're a dingo and you know it, scratch your fleas. If you're a dingo and you know it, scratch your fleas. If you're a dingo and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a dingo and you know it, scratch your fleas. If you're a crocodile and you know it, snap your fangs. If you're a crocodile and you know it, snap your fangs. If you're a crocodile and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a crocodile and you know it, snap your fangs. If you're a Tassie devil and you know it, let out a growl. If you're a Tassie devil and you know it, let out a growl. If you're a Tassie devil and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a Tassie devil, let out a growl. If you're an echidna and you know it, spike your hair. If you're an echidna and you know it, spike your hair. If you're an echidna and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're an echidna and you know it, spike your hair. If you're a koala and you know it, fall asleep. Zzz. If you're a koala and you know it, fall asleep. Zzz. If you're a koala and you know it, and you really should just show it. If you're a koala and you know it, fall asleep. The end. I hope you've enjoyed today's singing. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now.
Hi there and welcome to the Storyteller channel. Today we'll be listening to a story called I Think I Am by Louise Hay and Christina Tracy. This book is illustrated by Manuela Schwartz and it teaches kids the power of affirmations. Let's get started. I think I am. Affirmation. Words that you think or say and believe to be true. Did you know that the things you think and say have the power to make a big difference in your life? When you say something over and over, you start to believe it is true. And what you believe creates what you do and what happens to you. These kinds of thoughts and words are called affirmations. Learning to turn your unhappy negative thoughts into positive affirmations is a great thing to practice. Here's how it works. Negative thoughts, such as nobody likes me, change to positive affirmation, I love myself and other people. Love me too. Love me too. Positive things happen, such as, hi, want to be friends? The more you can learn to do this, the happier you will be. Keep reading to see more examples of kids turning negative thoughts into positive affirmations. When waiting around is not what you planned, you may start to have negative thoughts. Such as, this line is so long, we will never get in the fair. Picture the fun you will have and say, I make today great. Have you ever wished you looked different or more like someone else? You might feel like saying, I don't like my hair. I wish it were like hers. Instead, look in the mirror every day and repeat, I love myself just the way I am. If your friends all want you to go their way, it's easy to think, if I don't do what they want, they will be mad at me. Do what is right for you and tell yourself, I stand up for what is important to me. When you don't want to pay attention, you may believe, this isn't about me, so I don't need to listen. Remember that life has a lot to teach you and think. I love to learn new things. When you are feeling all alone, unhappy thoughts might creep in. Why don't they want to talk to me? Help these feelings go away by telling yourself, I am surrounded by love. If it seems easier to sit back and watch than to help, you may think, I wish someone would help him get on that pony. Change your thought and say, I happily help wherever I can. Even though you have many great things in your life, sometimes you'll still wish, I sure would love to have one of those. Pay attention to what's good in your life and say every day, I am grateful for what I have. Have you ever done something you wish you hadn't? You might get mad at yourself and think, I can't believe I forgot my sweater. I always forget everything. Keep positive and say to yourself, I learn from my mistakes and move on. When it comes to taking care of the world you live in, you could think, who cares? One piece of trash doesn't make a difference. Instead, think, I care for my home, the earth. If people around you have nothing good to say,
can bring you down. Maybe they are right. Don't let others' moods change yours. Say, I choose to be positive. You might think you are not creative and that other kids have better ideas than you. I can't decorate my bike. This is going to look awful. Don't give up. Say to yourself, I am filled with creative ideas. When you see kids who look or act different from you, you might say to yourself, I hope I don't have to ride with them. Try to look past the differences you see on the outside. Think, I see the best in everyone. Tips for doing affirmations. You can make up your own affirmations for anything you want to change in your life. For example, the first one would be, always start an affirmation with positive words such as, I can, I am, I will, I have. Secondly, say your affirmation over and over whenever you think of it. Say your affirmation especially when you are having a lot of unhappy or negative thoughts. Fourthly, look in the mirror and say your positive affirmations out loud. Fifth would be, write your affirmations down in a notebook or journal. The sixth is, make a sign with your positive affirmation and hang it where you can see it every day, like on the mirror or bulletin board. And lastly, close your eyes and picture what you want. This is an affirmation. Thank you so much for watching.
Hello and welcome to the Storyteller channel. Today we will be reading a book called Free to a Good Home by Colin Thompson. Free to a Good Home by Colin Thompson. The Smiths were not like other families. They collected strange and unusual things because Mr. Smith always said you could never tell when something might come in handy. Other children collected stray animals, maybe a lost dog or an unwanted cat, which wasn't always lost or unwanted, just mislaid. But the Smiths' children, Peter and Sally, collected an old lady. They found her at the shopping mall and took her home with them. It's okay, Mum, said Sally. You're always telling us you could do with an extra pair of hands around the place. It's like you've always told us, Dad, said Peter. You never know when something might come in handy. The old lady sat at the kitchen table drinking up a cup of tea with a nice little old lady smile on her face. But she must belong somewhere, said Mrs. Smith. No, I don't, said the old lady. There will be people looking for her, said Mr. Smith. No, there won't, said the old lady. She dumped another biscuit in her tea and did some more smiling. There were 5 people in the room, and 3 of them looked very happy. Only Mr. and Mrs. Smith looked worried, and they were not so much worried as confused. You can't just go around collecting old people, said Mrs. Smith. Why not? Sally asked. Well, she's old, said Mrs. Smith, as nicely as she could. And old people forget things like where they live. There's probably a family getting really worried about her. No, there isn't, said the old lady. Things got no better when Mr. Smith phoned the police. They said that if anyone had lost an old lady, they hadn't told them about it, But of course, that sort of thing did happen, and people who had lost an old person were often too ashamed to call the police. The old lady cleared the tea things off the table and washed them up. Then she made another pot of tea and baked the most wonderful cake the Smiths had ever tasted. "What's your name, dear?" said Mrs. Smith as she ate her third slice of cake. "You know," said the old lady, "I've never liked the one I grew up with. I think I'll have a new one. My new name will be Granny." "Yes, but what's your proper name, dear?" said Mr. Smith. "Granny," said the old lady. "And you don't need to keep calling me dear. I'm not sensile or stupid." "Granny's a great name," said Peter. "And you can be our granny because we've never had one of them," said Sally. "Well, that's settled then," said the old lady, "because I've never had any grandchildren either." When the children were asleep and the old lady was tucked up in the bed in the spare room, which wasn't spare anymore, Mrs. Smith said, "Maybe we should take her back to the shopping mall and creep off and leave her there." "But what about the children?" said Mr. Smith. "No, I don't think we should do that to them." "Very funny," said Mr. Smith. "What I mean is the children seem to be really fond of her, and after all, they've never had a granny before, and neither have I." Mr. Smith's parents had fallen down a very deep hole when he was only 5 years old. They had been out looking for their parents, who had also fallen down the same very deep hole. This meant that although Mr. Smith's parents had found his grandparents, Mr. Smith had grown up as an orphan. This was one reason he was quite happy to have the old lady move in with them. Mrs. Smith should have been equally happy because she was an orphan too, but just collecting an old lady, like you might collect your dry cleaning, took a bit of getting used to. Mrs. Smith's parents and grandparents had not fallen down a very deep hole. That would have been an unbelievable coincidence. No, they had been abducted by aliens and were now living as exhibits in a zoo on a planet many light years from Earth. The old lady bought Mr. and Mrs. Smith's tea in bed the next morning. She gave the children breakfast and got them off to school while Mrs. Smith relaxed in the warm bath with extra lavender oil. Later, Mrs. Smith said, "Now I'm worried about something else." "You like worrying about things," said Mr. Smith. "It gives you a huge sense of achievement when you find a way to stop worrying about them." "No, I don't," said Mrs. Smith. "But supposing we let her stay and we really get fond of her and then something comes along and takes her away? I don't think she'd want to go," said Mr. Smith, looking out the window to where the old lady was sitting in the middle of the grass sharpening the blades on the lawnmower. "She looks as if she's never been so happy in all her life," and she hadn't. When the children came home from school, Granny showed Mr. Smith how to make a fantastic steak and kidney pie. She showed Peter how to do his 19½ times table and taught Sally all the tenses of the verb borrow in French and Spanish. Then she put up the kitchen shelves that had been waiting in their box for so long that 3 generations of mice had been born there. None of these were the sort of thing Mr. and Mrs. Smith were any good at. Mrs. Smith Mrs. Smith's cooking only ever had one flavour, burnt. Mr. Smith's handyman efforts always needed several sticking plasters, followed by a phone call to a professional handyman who ended up charging them twice as much as if they had got him to do the job in the first place. And homework was a foreign country that Mr. and Mrs. Smiths had never visited. It became very obvious very quickly, though no one ever said it out loud, that the one thing their lives had lacked all these years was an old lady. Now they had one and their family was complete. Except for a granddad, said Sally, but everyone pretended they didn't hear her. Thank you so much for watching. For more exciting stories and books, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome to the Storyteller channel. Today's story time would be about Get Some Rest, Sleeping Beauty. It's a story about sleeping. Get some rest, Sleeping Beauty. Once upon a time, in a land far away, a king and queen held a party for their beautiful baby daughter, Aurora. The guests of honor were 5 fairies who each gave the baby magical gifts. I give her the gift of imagination. Poof! I give her the gift of cleverness. Poof! I give her the gift of music. Poof! I give her the gift of dance. Poof! The last fairy was just about to give her gift to the baby when... Stop! An evil fairy appeared, looking very cross. I see. You didn't invite me, she shrieked. The fairy gave an evil cackle and said, Here's my gift for the baby. When Aurora turns 16, she'll prick her finger on a needle of a spinning wheel and go to sleep forever and ever. Then the fairy vanished in a puff of smelly smoke. The last fairy still had her gift to give. I can't stop the curse, she said, but I can change it so the princess falls asleep for 100 years instead. She will be awoken by a kiss from a prince. The king and queen immediately banned all spinning wheels from the kingdom to try to avoid the curse. They didn't want their daughter to sleep for 100 years, but in fact, Princess Aurora didn't like going to sleep at all. When she was a baby, she kept her parents up all night, crying very loudly. As she got older, Aurora just didn't want to go to sleep. When her mum and dad told her to go to bed, she ignored them. Aurora stayed up late every night, playing games, reading, bouncing on her bed, and having midnight feasts. She was always very tired and grumpy the next morning. The more tired Aurora became, the grumpier she got. She shouted at everyone who came near her. People started calling her Aurora the Roarer behind her back, and she had no friends. Not only that, she had big bags under her eyes and was so clumsy. She was always dropping things, breaking things, and bumping into things. On her 16th birthday, Aurora was moaning about having to get up, as usual. Her mum said, "Don't be grumpy on your birthday, darling." "I am not grumpy," Aurora bellowed. She stomped through the castle until she came across a room that she'd never seen before. Inside was a spinning wheel, and, you guessed it, she clumsily pricked her finger on the needle. Instantly, she fell into a deep sleep. A fairy heard Aurora's loud snores and moved her into her comfy bed. Then she waved her wand and made everyone else in the castle fall asleep too. Huge, thorny bushes grew up and buried the castle, where it lay undisturbed for years and years. The story about a bad-tempered, enchanted princess who'd been sent up to sleep for 100 years spread across the land. 100 years later, a handsome prince turned up. He wanted to see if the story was true. He hackled his way through the thorns and barged his way into the castle. He found Aurora lying in bed and gasped in surprise. She looked so calm and peaceful. The prince kissed her and poof, she woke up. Aurora felt wonderful. She didn't look grumpy and had no bags under her eyes either. "What a lovely sleep," she sighed. "Oh, hello. Have we met?" Everybody else in the castle woke up too. The king and queen were amazed at how bright, happy, and healthy their daughter were. "She just needed a good sleep," said the queen. "We all did." Aurora hugged her parents and said sorry for being so grumpy before. She promised that she'd always make sure she had a good night's sleep. Aurora married the prince and was so happy that nobody ever called her Aurora the Roarer again. But sometimes they called her Aurora the Snorer instead. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the story. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome back to the Storyteller channel. Today's story would be about Come Over to My House. It's from the Dr. Seuss I Can Read It All By Myself beginner book series by Theo Lessig and illustrated by Richard Erdus. Let's get started. Come Over to My House by Dr. Seuss, writing as Theo Lessig, illustrated by Richard Erdus. Come over to my house. Some houses are bricks and some houses are sticks. Some houses are square and some houses are round. There are all kinds of houses around to be found. Some are on stilts, high up off the ground. Some houses are wide, some houses are thin. Some are so thin you can hardly get in. But wherever you go, you will hear someone say, "Come over to my house, come over and play." Come over to my house, the fishing is great. They bite all the time and you don't have to wait. Come over someday and bring plenty of bait. My house has a kite that can whistle and sing. Come over someday and bring plenty of string. My house has so many big pine trees outside. You can slide on my wonderful pine needle slide. The roof of my house has a stork on a nest. The roof of my house is a good place to rest. You can play on my roof, but my house is so tall, it's a long way downstairs to go after the ball. My house is bright pink and it's happy and gay. Our streets are wet water. We like it that way. Come up on my porch and I'll give you a treat. Spaghetti we'll eat, and we'll eat and we'll eat. We'll eat 20 miles of it. We'll eat a ton. Food at my house is such wonderful fun. Come over to my house and sit by the fire. My fire burns trees and it's hotter and higher. Our fire's in a stove, it makes beautiful heat. Come over, and warm your cold feet. Come over to my house, I live on a boat. I live in a city of houses that float. Come into my houseboat, have supper with me. I'll give you cold rice and a cup of hot tea. I eat with chopsticks and you can learn how. But oh, you are terribly sloppy right now. Come over to my house and stay for the night. We have 200 rooms and I'm sure it's all right. But don't touch the tigers, they're liable to bite. In my house, my bath is a fancy machine with handles and spouts, and it's long and it's green. I just have a tub, but I keep just as clean. At our house, hot water comes out of the rocks. It's handy for washing ourselves and our socks. Come over to our house. You'll like our bath too, especially if you have some laundry to do. Over at my house, you'll eat funny fruit. You'll ride on my llama and toot on my flute. My house has books and they're all very fine. I'll learn to read yours if you'll learn to read mine. In a faraway place, in a wide empty land, my house is a tent in the wind and the sand. At my house, I'll show you a wonderful show in the night in the sky when the northern lights glow. My house has an ostrich. Hop on, take a ride, but watch where you're riding. Don't ride him inside. In front of my house lives a red kangaroo, 2 koala bears, also an emu or 2. Come over and play, we're all waiting for you. My house is quite cold, I need fur to sleep in. My house is quite hot, I just sleep in my skin. I sleep in a bed with a big puffy puff. Come over some night, we'll have puff puffs enough. In my house, I sleep on a mat on the floor, but there's a mat here for you. But I hope you don't snore. Come over to my house and we'll milk a cow. It isn't too hard and it's time you learned how. You can milk goats at my house. So come with your pail. It's easy. You'll find the milk back near the tail. My house has a reindeer. Come on, don't be shy. Step up and start milking, boy. Give it a try. Every house in the world has a ceiling and floor, but the ones you like best have a wide open door. Some houses are rich, full of silver and gold, and some are quite poor, sort of empty and old. Some houses are marble and some are just tin, but they're all alike when a friend asks you in. There are so many houses you'll meet on your way, and wherever you go, you will hear someone say, "Come over to my house, come over and play." Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the story. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome back to the Storyteller channel. Today's story time, we will be reading you a book called Chickens Aren't the Only Ones by Ruth Heller. Chickens Aren't the Only Ones by Ruth Heller. Chickens lay the eggs you buy. The eggs you boil or fry or dye or leave alone so you can see what grew inside naturally. Chickens aren't the only ones. Every bird, wild or tame, does the same. The ostrich lays the largest egg, the hummingbird the smallest. Large egg, small egg. Lots of other eggs. Chickens aren't the only ones. Most snakes lay eggs, and lizards too, and crocodiles and turtles too. And dinosaurs who are extinct, but they were reptiles too. Frogs and toads and salamanders lay eggs, and when they hatch, they're tadpoles who grow legs and climb a lily pad just like their mum and dad. They don't have claws or scaly skins. They are called amphibians. Fish eggs float up to the surface or sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. This mother seahorse lays her eggs into the father's pouch. He keeps them there until they hatch, and then he's through. I think that's nice of him, don't you? These fathers, too, are helping out by guarding eggs, protected by that foamy mass that's floating by, and they will leave until they're sure that all the eggs have hatched. These don't look like eggs to me, but they were laid in the sea. This one is by a shark, this one by a ray. So this one by a ray is a mermaid's purse, they say. The mermaid's purse. The octopus is said to shed 100,000 eggs and then to hang them up in strings attached to rocks or caves. These are all eggs. The moon snail's eggs are mixed with sand to form this color-binding band. Spiders wrap their eggs in sacks, and snails, they are very slow, but they lay eggs that hatch and grow. And so do insects, who have 6 legs and lay many different kinds of eggs. This one will hatch into a hungry caterpillar who will grow and grow and grow and grow and then climb up a steamroll and change into this, a chrysalis, and change once again summer morn. That's how a butterfly is born. Beautiful butterfly. Animals with fur or hair who nurse their young and don't lay eggs are known as mammals or mammalia, such as the spiny anteater. So he's a mammalian. But these are two exceptions, and they both live in Australia. We have a duck-billed platypus. Chickens aren't the only ones. There are no more to discuss. Everyone who lays an egg is a oviparous. It's called an oviparous. All the animals that lay eggs, they are called oviparous. Animals who don't lay eggs have babies born alive as well, but that's another tale to tell, such as cats. The end. Thank you so much for tuning in. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome to the Storyteller channel. In today's story time, I will be reading you a book by Lizzie Boyd called A Name for Baby. A name is a sound that follows you around. A Name for Baby by Lizzie Boyd. Baby was born tiny, pink, and furless. "You're a beauty," cooed Mother Mouse. Baby blinked. The field mice came and grazed at her. "What will you name her?" "A name has to hum. I'll listen for one," said Mother. Mother Mouse set a table with nibbles, nuts and soup. Everyone came one by one. Mimi, Meadowlark, sang a spring song. Baby listened. Meadow Mouse, Mother Wonderland wondered. A nice name, but that's not it. Blake Snake brought a little moth. Baby watched it circling round. Moth Mouse? Mother wondered. That doesn't fit. Lolly Ladybug brought a maidenhair fern. She tickled Baby's toes. Maiden Mouse? Mother wondered. A fairy tale name, but not for Baby. Sadie Snail brought a blanket of moss. Baby patted it and squeaked. Mossy Mouse? Mother wondered. A soft, quiet sound, but not the one. Kiki Cat came twirling her tail. When you're bigger, Baby, maybe we'll play, she purred. What's your name anyway? A name is a sound that follows you around. I'm listening for one, said Mother. Greedy Grasshopper and Merly Squirrel are late, said the field mice. Let's not wait. Let's celebrate to Baby. They raised their acorns in a toast. Greedy Grasshopper came just in time. He brought Mayflowers. Baby wiggled her nose and smiled. May Mouse, Mother wondered. Baby likes it. May. It's sweet, but too short. And with the bright night came Moon. Baby's a beauty. What's her name?
I'm listening for one, said Mother. The night sky is quiet. I'll listen too, said Moon as he climbed higher. Moon Mouse, Mother wondered. It has a hum, just not enough of one. Merle Squirrel came, carrying a stem of milkweed pods. Everyone blew the silky wisps into the sky. Did you wish for a name? Asked Merle Squirrel. A wish is a secret until it comes true. I have a wish, but I'm listening too, said Mother. I hear Moon and Flower and May. If I put them together like this, May, Moonflower, Mouse. It's your name, a very big name, a name I can't say, said Sadie Snail. May, Moonflower, Mouse needs a nickname too, chattered the field mice. A name we can call, and a name we can sing. Then she'll be May May to family and friends, said Mother. Everyone blew May May wishes and kisses. May May squealed and smiled. In the quiet sky, Moon heard his friends calling, May May, and his friends saw Moon's faint smile appearing and disappearing as he went rolling by. I hope you've enjoyed the story. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now! Hello and welcome to the Storyteller channel. In today's story time, I will be reading you a series from Getting Along with the Others collection. Its title is about helping. It's helping and being helpful. Helping. It's written by Jenny Feely and illustrated by Karen Carter. I help around the house by doing my chores. Do you like to help around the house too? Like we can see here that Hippo is helping Mother Hippo by drying up the dishes in the kitchen. He is being very helpful. I help my friends by showing them what to do when they are confused. I ask them, may I help? We can see in this picture that Zebra looks like she needs a bit of help, and Hippo comes along and asks if she needs any help in finding the letters on the board. I help by looking after my own things. So another way of helping is also by being responsible for our own belongings. And we can see in this picture that the whole friends, that's monkey and zebra and hippo and frog, even lion and rhino, they are all helping each other to tidy up the books and the toys after they are playing. They are being very helpful. I help by being a good friend, a good and caring friend. As an example as we can see here that Monkey would have been riding on the skateboard and he fell down and he hurt himself. And when he hurt himself, Hippo came along to help him with by giving him a cuddle, a little hug, and also by giving him bandage on his knees where he got hurt. So Hippo was being a kind, a good and caring friend, which is very nice, isn't it? Helping others shows that I care about them. Another way of helping could be by helping your mother or your family members when doing the grocery shopping, such as carrying the groceries or adding the groceries to the baskets. And that's the end of the story. I hope you've enjoyed the video. For more exciting stories, please remember to like and subscribe at the Storyteller channel. Bye for now.